Oh, hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Poets Garden podcast again.
There you go.
Can you believe this,
again.
Geordie? Like, how many episodes are we into now? I don't even know. Okay, we did episode 1, then 2, 3, 4. I was homeschooled. I don't know. We did a lot of episodes already, I think.
I refuse to believe that that's the reason why you have no idea.
So, we had another good Geordie, they're all good. All of our episodes are good, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, like we think so.
We're getting there.
And that's all that matters. We don't give a shit what you people think. Because we're doing this for us. Top of the morning to ya. What? What did you say?
Yes.
Yes? Oh, I thought it was
I don't know.
top of the morning to ya. Top of the morning to ya. To ya?
Yar. Okay, let's do that.
Is that Irish or pirate? It's the same, pretty much.
Pirish.
Pirish.
Or wait. Yeah, Pirish.
Okay, let's just do a normal one. Here we go.
That's
1,
good.
2, 3. Top of the morning to ya. That was pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Now, you guys might be wondering why we just gave you an authentic Vancouver welcome.
Yeah.
That's because we had
Authentic.
our next guest came all the way from Vancouver.
Yeah.
Killian is so from Vancouver, more than anyone has ever been from Vancouver. And when you hear him speak, you'll be, oh yeah, Vancouver accent all the way. No, anyway, Mr. Killian Ruffley came from Ireland. I've been there. I've been there for
That's
5
true.
days. Pretty sure I know how Irish people talk.
I wore a shirt once that said Ireland on it.
Yeah, you did. And then you called yourself a poser for wearing it
Yes.
immediately after.
Because I haven't been there.
Because you've never been there.
So,
And wait, who's been there? Oh, wait, I've been there. Also, Killian Ruffley's been there.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't know Killian Ruffley, you should. So right now, well, after you listen to this podcast, I want you to Google Killian Ruffley. This guy is a phenomenal singer-songwriter. He's just a beast on the guitar, man.
Mm-hmm.
A freaking beast.
Yep.
And a beauty. Huh?
Yep.
He's a beauty and a beast.
Soloist
Oh.
too. Like he can rip on
Yeah,
that
he's
thing,
just
man.
slaying the solos, man. Oh, yeah.
Pantera
Yeah,
and shit,
in his
man.
music for sure. Like, you hear his soloing and everything. It's amazing. But even here, when he was doing his acoustic performance, you know, he was just giving her on the acoustic too, man. It's just so cool.
He doesn't sound like Pantera, his stuff at all, but he can play it. That's how I'm saying this guy's good, all right? James doesn't know what I'm talking about.
I know Pantera. I know all about Dimebag Darrell. Come on, man.
Oh,
I've lived.
wow.
Yeah, we had a grand time with Killian.
You're killing me.
Very grand.
You're killing me.
I'm not killing you.
You're killing me. Right now.
Killian, you roughly? Grand.
Grand old time.
That's some Irish slang.
Oh, yes, man.
You guys will have to listen to the episode to figure out what it means.
There's styles.
Remember, it means chill. Remember? Chill. Shh. We gotta tease them with content.
He taught us some Irish.
Yeah, we learned some Irish, not Gaelic, because that's an umbrella term, as
That's
we
right.
learned.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, we learned some real Irish.
Way to just say what he said.
We learned something about a brown cow.
Hi, night, Brian Kai.
He's got such good energy in his music.
Oh, no, he's like funky, but also like
Yeah, he's got some funky ass
kind
guitar.
of rockish, but like his guitar style is wicked.
Yeah, man.
I like it.
Yeah, just absolutely slaying.
Electric, acoustic.
Yeah.
He just sticks something with strings in his hand.
What are you bumping right now?
Anything with a G string.
What did you just bump? Oh, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Well, don't fucking do that.
I have a body. It
Yeah,
does
but-
things.
Don't do that.
I'm sorry.
Put your fucking arm down or something. Fucking just fucking. I was doing that for the intro. Anyway, don't do that either. Are you breathing again?
Should I just leave?
Geordie, are you breathing? I've told you. Either breathe like a normal person or don't breathe at all.
Is this borderline abuse? I'm asking for real out there.
Yeah, we need
Just,
somebody please start a Free Geordie Instagram page. Hashtag Free Geordie. Because I'm actually concerned about his well-being. I would say I could be nicer to him, but
I think I did the SOS backwards.
I just don't feel like it, you know? Give me a shot back. Come on, say
I
something.
got nothing, man.
Say something.
I just like you, you know.
Oh, you're just saying that because the camera's on. Fuck you, Jordan. Fucking
Suck
trying
it,
to
James.
trying to weasel some sympathy away from our listeners. Fucking desperate old hag.
Think what you want about me, man.
Free Geordie.
This is
Free Geordie. Free Geordie. Is this the hashtag sign? Right? Hashtag free Geordie.
Free Geordie.
Somebody get on it. Geordie needs your support.
I've been in here for months.
Yeah. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you can help free Geordie from this reign of terror.
This tyrannical relationship.
It might not look like it. Geordie is actually malnourished.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm tickling you. Shit, man. Wow.
Come on. I guess I shouldn't put that in there. There won't be a free Geordie page. There'll be a fuck James page. It's like, get this guy off the fucking mic ASAP for the good of mankind. This is where you have to give me a shot now. Say something about my teeth, like my parents couldn't afford braces or something. Hit me with something, Geordie. Come on.
I got
Do
nothing,
it.
bro.
Yeah, you do. Do
How
it.
come your socks don't match?
How come my socks don't match?
What's with that?
Dude, this is abuse. This is free James. Hashtag free James.
This is so weird.
You know why my socks don't match, Geordie? It's because it's such dim lighting in here. I usually can't tell. I honestly can't. I just see the silhouette of socks, and I just start grabbing them. Sorry, Killian. Kind of
Got a little sidetrack there. I like that dude.
Yeah, he's cool, man. Very cool.
Yeah.
If you get a chance, go see him play live. He's playing around downtown. Awesome guitar player, awesome singer, really cool original songs.
He does Jeff Buckley tributes, man. Like, this guy's cool.
Dude, yes.
He was invited to do Jeff Buckley tributes.
Oh,
so
yeah, he was telling us all
like,
about how he went to Chicago to do that Jeff Buckley
bro.
tribute show.
Like, his mom was there and stuff. Like, Jeff Buckley's mom. Like, that's crazy.
Well, she watched it on a live stream, but close enough, yeah.
Oh,
that's cool.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't want to mislead the listeners.
Sorry. Oh, man.
Free Geordie, yep. So every time I correct you
For the price of a cup of coffee. That killed me. Okay. So anyways, check this one out. It's gonna be good.
Yep.
James sucks.
Oh, I do suck big time. It actually does kind of ring close to home because over the last few days, I've been actually feeling like I shouldn't be doing this.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
I feel like
we're not going here.
No, I just feel like my confidence level has been so down in the dirt. You feel like giving up on life, but you can't. You just have to keep going. But I start thinking, okay, well, I could just give up on this podcast thing, right? Like, it's not very good. We've only got like 21 subscribers on Spotify, 9 on YouTube, 262 on TikTok, but it's TikTok. So I thought,
you can't do it. You can't keep a straight face.
No, everything's fine here in podcast land, right, Geordie? You're totally fine.
Yeah, man.
Everything is in jest, of course, too, right?
In jest.
It's always in jest. Geordie knows that. I know that. I definitely know that, probably more than Geordie.
Yeah.
Geordie
I'm constantly asking if it's real or not. Or
like, you probably go home some days and you're
James
like, wow.
is a pretty good actor. So.
Yeah, but be honest, you probably go home some days and you're like, wow, James said a whole lot of mean things to me.
Yep.
Really? And then it sits there eating away at you?
No,
not
anymore.
Okay. Not anymore? Oh, it used to? Okay.
I know it's in jest.
It is in jest, for sure. This is also the episode where, when I was editing, there was a certain part that I just couldn't do a natural edit with. So I put this little musical interlude thing in the second half. I thought it was fine.
Never mind.
But apparently it's awkward, as Geordie calls it.
No, man.
All I know is I edited for 12 hours that day, sent him the link to it, and he tells me, all he says is, that little musical thing is awkward. That's what he says to me.
I said that in the text. Well,
I can just imagine that's how you said it. Like,
shit.
Anyway, no. So sorry, Geordie. It's an unnatural edit. I apologize if that really is awkward to the listeners. Maybe we should start an Instagram page about that. Huh?
What?
It'll be called James's Musical Interludes to Avoid Unnatural Edits Instagram page. And then we'll just have people commenting on there if they think it's awkward or not.
That's a long title.
Well, okay, let's shorten it. Fuck you, Geordie. Welcome back to the World Vision Telethon. To sponsor Geordie, please send 1 gluten-free brownie from the penny daily. Okay, I won't do that. So yeah, check out this episode. Make sure you check out Killian Ruffley. Follow him on Spotify and Insta and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I guess that's it, eh?
He's a beauty.
He is a beauty and a beast. Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I tried. This is Killian Ruffley on the Poets Garden podcast.
Can I swear as well?
Watch your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Watch your fucking mouth. There we go.
Right.
Someone actually asked. Sweet. Sorry. Oh, hey there. Welcome back to the Poets Garden podcast. I am James.
I'm still Geordie.
Are you sure?
Yes. I
That's
think
cool.
so.
Today, very excited. We have a special guest all the way from Vancouver. We have Killian Ruffley here today. Welcome, sir.
Vancouver.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good.
That's good.
I got a nice welcome, so that helped a lot.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, I'm ready to
Damn
go.
straight. You got some mango wheat ale.
Yeah,
Courtesy
it's
of
beautiful.
Old Yale Brewing.
Oh, it's so tasty.
Shout out.
The
Yeah,
first
I
time
love
having that, so I'll probably be having it again.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So Killian, we met through TikTok, right?
That's right.
You responded to our ad, I believe, right?
Yeah,
Or did I reach out to you? I can't remember now.
I messaged you.
You did, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
because
yes.
you came up in my TikTok feed, and I was like, this looks awesome. This is exactly something I want to do.
Sick. Yeah,
These
yeah.
guys seem pretty funny.
Cool.
So
Hell yeah.
it seemed like a nice, relaxed environment.
Very
So,
cool. Yeah, yeah.
Very attractive, you know.
Very attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we're going for here. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, and then that led me to check out your tracks. Like at first, I think Purple Lady was the one I reached out to you. Like, dude, like absolutely loving this. But from then, I listened to the Spun Out as well. Absolutely love the rock and vibe in there. And then me and Geordie were both tripping out on your, is it Moonshine and Red Wine?
Yeah, that's the
Old
one.
track, right? Like 10 years old or something.
Yeah.
But
Especially
That was the
when
first song.
when the slide comes in that kind of second half. Or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Man. I don't know if you got a violin in there too or something.
It's all guitar.
It's all guitar.
Really?
All
Man,
guitar,
it sounds
slide
freaking
guitar.
amazing.
With like some reverb and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And volume pedal.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Yeah.
kinda-
Expression
Okay.
pedal
Yeah, yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Very
like
cool.
that part. That's,
yeah.
yeah, it's
Oh,
beautiful.
that was sick, man. Anyway, sorry. Just giving you a shout out for the props on the
Cheers,
music
yeah.
there. So yeah, why don't you just maybe tell our listeners a little bit about yourself, maybe your origin story.
My origin story,
Yeah.
Geez, well, if we go way back to when I was like 11, I was playing a lot of Gaelic football, like for like a few years before that. And this, I thought like I wasn't too into it, you know what I mean? I had a coach who was a little bit too aggressive or something like that, a little bit too
okay.
much.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted out of that. And my friend was a musician. He was playing guitar, but he also had a drum kit.
Yeah.
So I was over his house one day and I was like, what is this? This looks so cool.
Yeah.
And so he gave me a lend of his drum kit and I had no idea how to play it or anything like that. But brought it home, just banged on it for like a week. Every day I would come home from school, I'd just run to the drum kit.
Sweet.
And eventually got some lessons and started learning the beats. And like I was listening to a lot of Green Day, Metallica,
Oh yeah.
some good drummers there. And so I played drums just exclusively for like maybe 2 years. And then I learned the bass guitar. And then
Oh, cool.
I kind of from there I learned how to play guitar. Again, like a lot of like punk stuff, Sex Pistols, Green Day.
Okay. Yeah.
And I learned the bass lines. Then I realized if you just add the extra finger in, you can play the guitar for it,
Nice. Yeah.
So I started guitar then. So I kind of worked backwards, but then Pink Floyd came into it, a few other kind of bands coming in there.
Yeah.
Then I got a band together with my friends and we kind of played in the school in the school cafeteria at lunchtime.
Sweet.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Nice.
I used to
just
do
kind of
that.
grew a love for it there and kind of
Yeah.
kept, just been playing music ever since. I would have written my first few songs when I was like 14 or 15 or whatever as well.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
You'll never see the light of day.
No.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
It's all right.
know.
That's like most of my early stuff too.
Yeah. But you just have to kind of get that stuff out of your system.
Oh,
It's a
totally.
learning process.
Exactly,
You know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like, I did a lot of pub gigs, a lot of cover gigs, did a lot of original kind of gigs in Dublin as well, like that. Kind of always doing the kind of pub gigs and the original stuff as well.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I moved to Vancouver about almost 7 years ago now,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
and loving it here.
Cool. Yeah.
Absolutely loving it.
Like straight
Awesome.
from Ireland to
Straight from
Vancouver?
Ireland, to Vancouver.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody noticed your accent, but
Oh, I don't have an accent.
I kind
Yeah,
of.
what are you talking about, Jordan?
I was just saying when you said he was from Vancouver, I was kind of taken aback. Like,
That's
really?
that's a
Just
standard
gonna
Vancouver
gloss this
accent,
over.
Jordan.
Like,
You obviously don't get out to Vancouver very often
Yeah.
because that's
I
how everyone
don't.
sounds in
That's-
Vancouver.
Everybody
true.
sounds like
oh, okay, gotcha. Sorry, my bad.
So sorry, when you were so before you moved from Ireland to Canada, like were you actually living right in Dublin then, like while you were playing shows there?
No, I was living in Kildare, so about 45
Okay.
minutes kind of like east of Dublin.
Okay,
There was
yeah,
a
yeah.
green bus that went there. It was like €2 or something. So I just hop onto that and,
Yeah.
and go up there. And,
Sweet.
you know, there was some kind of like showcase gigs with other artists.
Cool.
And they were very, very cool. Like just to play some songs and get, you know, just be able to do your own thing. Do your own music, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Because sometimes, like in the pub gigs in Ireland as well, some of them are just so cool to play because the crowd just, like the music is everything.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
but at the same time, if there's some song that falls flat, you know what I mean? People just leave and go to the next pub, or they go out for a smoke break and you just lose them. So if you're to whip out an original song, doesn't always go down too well.
Right. Yeah,
So that's why I'd rather I'm doing my original gigs at this gig and
Yeah.
doing the covers on this one. You know, sometimes I mix them, but
yeah.
depends on the crowd.
No, it
you
makes
know.
a lot of sense. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because I've done that before too. Yeah, like it's like hard not to notice too when you know, like you're playing like a original song and then you start seeing the people filtering out or something. It's just it does kind of sting a little bit. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, like they don't know it. They don't know it, right? You know,
Yeah.
but it means that they're hanging on every song. You know,
Totally,
if the
yeah.
crowd is kind of relaxed or just chilling out, you know.
How would you say like the live music scene compares like Vancouver to Dublin?
I'd say like in Dublin, every single time I went to a gig, you'd get a lot of contacts. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and here it's the same thing, but maybe kind of not as much.
Okay,
You know,
yeah.
but I don't know if that's just a sign of the times, kind of as well. Like, you know, most people I've met has been kind of through online and booking gigs that way.
right.
Whereas sort of showcase gigs I've done, kind of, you know, people kind of just drop in and drop out. But that's just my experience so far. You know,
Right, yeah,
I haven't gone into the original music scene as much as I should have.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I've been mainly doing like kind of busking outside and stuff like that, and, and
nice.
pub gigs
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So
Cool.
I usually do like 4 gigs a month the last few months of what I've been doing, like every weekend pretty
sick.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would find when it comes to the cover gigs, things are more tame here, and that's for me. It's kind of a nice thing because people kind of sit down and just listen, and you know, but
Right.
it means that you're kind of in the back seat then as well. Whereas in Ireland, it can be fairly wild.
Right,
you
right.
know, which is good as well, but kind of, you know,
Yeah,
it's a mixed bag because all the gigs over here so far that I've done, they supply the equipment. So you just show up with your guitar or whatever, effects pedals if you need them, and plug in. But in Ireland, you'd always have to, like, you know, lug your PA system around, set it up, and, you know, expensive equipment and the risk of that getting damaged. You know, you guys resting their pints in your speaker and you're like, get that shit over there, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
No doubt.
yeah.
So you need a bouncer.
Yeah,
Gigs in
that would be
Ireland.
nice. That would definitely
there
be
you
nice.
go.
Sometimes anywhere there's drunk people, you're going to have that issue. as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Like, you know, I got
Oh, yeah.
a gig a while ago. I had a guy like come up on the stage and just start waving his arms around, and I just laughed it off. Kind of, I was like, "Get this fucking guy out of here, please!" Like, because if you can't look like the asshole, you know, when
Right.
you're the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
playing, because you know, you kind of.
Smash your guitar over his head. Probably not a good look.
There was one time actually, I used to play in Port a lot in Ireland. We used to play there every Sunday.
Yeah.
And there was these girls dancing on the dance floor, you know, and she had her drink in her hand, and as she was dancing, she was spilling it more and more, and I was just looking at this puddle on the ground. That's getting bigger and bigger. And then her and her friend started doing the spin, you know, reel them in and spin them out dance move.
Yeah.
And she reeled her out and didn't reel her back in. She came right towards me, hit my mic stand, and bursted me in the tooth, bursted me in the lip. And I hit my tooth, and I was like, and I literally shouted out, "Fuck's sake!" And nobody noticed. Nobody noticed.
Nobody
So,
knows.
yeah, almost lost a
Shit.
tooth, but it was pretty funny.
Wow. Yeah, no doubt. Oh, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, they gotta hire more people to like, kind of like a secret shopper in Save-On or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like a secret dance floor, like
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah,
they
yeah,
kind
no, I
of
know what you're saying.
they just move in between you and the
You could have someone
yeah.
throwing shapes, you know, like someone doing
Yeah,
like
yeah,
disco
exactly.
dance moves, but they're actually like a
throwing
a
some
bouncer.
stripes.
Yeah.
Didn't reel her back in.
I love that. Yeah, that was great.
That's funny.
So you've been playing a bit of shows, busking and stuff like that too. Are you actually like working on like a new EP or anything like that, or like new music?
Yeah. So when COVID hit, I was like, this is a good time to start writing stuff.
Yeah,
You know, and that's where it kind of spun out, came along, and other stuff like that. I was working on about 9 songs.
Yeah,
Because just get them started out, you know, get the kind of the bones of the song, and like just using like a DAW and stuff like that to kind of like just flesh it out and put the extra layers on it. But just working on it like just pretty non-stop. Like, but I have a song out and there's more to come as well. But just finishing touches still. Because like I work full time as well, so it's kind of something that I work on in my spare time. So you don't always get the time to do, you know, as much as you should be doing with it.
Oh yeah.
But you know, like if it takes like a year, 2 years, 3 years, at the end of the day, like I always feel like time's running out. But if you rush something, it's probably not going to be what you want either.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I hear you, man. Yeah, that was like story of my life for years. Yeah, I'd be working all day. Like I used to do spray foam insulation, which it's probably the worst job. Well, it's definitely the worst job I've ever done. So I'd be inside shipping containers in the middle of summer. So it's like 35 degrees outside, and I'm inside, and the chemical is about 50 to 55 degrees Celsius, and I'm in a full hazmat suit and respirator, right? And I would spend all day just doing this.
God, yeah.
I was supposed to come out every like 10, 15 minutes to like vent and like drink water and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't like, you know, cook myself to death. But of course I didn't, because I got a boss who's like, hey, this has to get done. This has to get done. But anyway, I remember thinking all day, just, okay, when I get home tonight, man, work on the song.
Yeah.
But then, of course, it was so physically exhausting, too. So I'd get home, just be like, fuck it, Netflix and beer. And, but then the next day, you go through the same thing with the shame of the last day where you're like, fuck, like I had time to work and I didn't. So I totally get that struggle, man. Like, it's just,
I absolutely that's exactly what I was like. I did moving for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Commercial moving. So like, not like house to house stuff, which is like brutal, but like kind of some heavier stuff. We used to like move dental equipment, dental chairs and all that stuff as well.
Yeah.
But we'd also work in like, work for restoration companies. So like places that have been damaged by a fire or something like that. So you'd be like breathing in the remnants of the smoke fire and like moldy places, and I'd have like an allergic reaction to the mold and stuff like that, and carry my inhaler around with me. Then I'd go home and like, I can't record vocals today. It's just going to sound terrible. Yeah. And then you got to do it the next day. You got to do it the whole week. So you're just burnt out. And as well, like, not just like, that's like the physicality of doing music. Like you have to be creative to do it. So you have to have your mind ready to think about things and think things through.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the hardest part of it.
Another thing is it's not just being physically exhausted. If you got any kind of mental stuff going on too, right? That can take up maybe even more energy.
Yeah.
Than physical. I mean, I'm just.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
That's another thing, right? So I find a lot of musicians like myself, you know, we got some stuff going on, right? So there's
yeah, there could be that too, where it's like you finally have the energy, you finally have the time, and then all of a sudden your mind's just like, fuck, I can't, you know,
and your
I
mind's
just can't force myself
in a
to do
different
this.
place. So then the creativity goes with that too, and then you're just, it feels very barren and lonely.
It really sounds like we're just making excuses now.
Yeah.
What is happening?
People
here?
listening are like, man, these guys sound pretty fucking lazy.
Hey, man, this
No,
is
it's
what I
not
was
that.
saying about depression.
No, I know.
This is
I
the
was just-
reason we're trying to do this, like, because this is a way we can still be creative, like you're doing, you know, but maybe not exactly playing music per se or anymore, you know. So
Yeah, exactly.
and getting maybe inspired by people like you, right, who are like, you're doing the grind, man. Like you're still doing it. That's inspiring to me. Like,
Hell yeah.
Well, I often wonder like how many ideas I've lost because of that, you know, because of the job. Whereas like I've always said it, like my dream would be if money wasn't an issue, if I won the lotto or something like that, I'd like just move somewhere with no Wi-Fi, nothing like that. Just bring recording equipment and see what happens all day, and like, or you could just be reading a book or doing exercise or whatever like that, and it's like, oh, there's an idea, drop everything and go do it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'd have ideas at work or lyrics, and that's why the phone is handy too, because I'll just jot down that one sentence, and maybe a song could come from that sentence even, like. But yeah, timing is everything. You know, and like you can't
Voice
just,
memos.
you can't just say I'm going to write the best song in the world right now and do it. It never happens. Like,
Unless you're Tenacious D or something.
yeah,
That was just a tribute to him.
yeah.
I like that. Did you guys want to take a little break? Yeah?
Sure.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool. All right, we'll be right back after a word from our sponsor, The Penny Coffee Shop. Hey guys, we're outside The Penny here again, doing another ad. Look who's back. Geordie's back with us today. Guess he grew a pair. Wow, look at this place, dude. This is so cool in here. Dude, they got like cool lights and stuff. You have a look at the merch, Geordie. I love this place. Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good, how are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. I was just on my way to afternoon tea, and then I heard about you guys on a podcast, the Poets Garden podcast. You ever heard of it?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool podcast from Mission. They feature like singer-songwriters and stuff. Never heard of it?
No.
Okay, cool.
But you are the second person to come here talking about it.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
All right,
Have a
take
good
care.
afternoon.
You too. Okay, man, we got it. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Dude, we gotta go. I think they're on to us. Hey guys, how's it going?
Hi.
Yeah?
Hey,
It's
we're
good
back.
beer, eh?
It's beautiful.
I know, right?
Absolutely.
I like talking to you. You're nice to talk to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I just
too.
gotta say, yeah.
And I have this thing where now I've heard your accent a bit, and I keep wanting to do it. And I'm like, no,
Give it a go.
no,
give it a
No,
go,
Come on,
Geordie.
give it a go.
I
Just a wee bit.
just a little bit. I don't want to do it too much because
That wasn't that good, was it?
no, it wasn't.
It's not that good.
No, it was pretty good. Well,
Was it?
If you gave me something to say, maybe it would
one
help.
trick you could do is like say like the northern accent versus like the typical kind of. I know they call me some people call me a culchie, which is like I'm from the countryside.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there's so many different Irish accents, but like if you're to say how now brown cow,
How now,
every vowel
brown
would have an
cow.
ooh at the end of it for me. How now brown cow. But if you're up north, the vowel changes to an I. So it's hi nigh brown cow.
Hi, now, Brian.
Yeah, there's your northern
Interesting.
accent.
Wow.
Sorry to anyone I offended saying that.
Oh, that's all right. We're all about offending people here.
Well,
We
you're
do it all
from
the
there,
time.
though. You can
Yeah.
do that. I
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
do it. So.
I imagine with the shit Conan gets away with, I'm pretty sure you're okay.
Yeah, yeah. Like I remember Conan was on the Late Late Show recently, like the talk show, like the talk show in Ireland.
Oh, yeah,
and it
yeah.
was very funny. It was very good, but he said a lot of stuff that pissed people off.
I bet.
He was like, he said something about like I think they were showing him Irish words, and he was trying to say how to pronounce them, you know.
Right.
And he was like, God, no wonder that language died out. And it's just like, that's not really what happened. That's not why the language isn't there anymore. Like, but he's like, there's also like him talking about he did the ancestry DNA
Yes,
thing.
yes.
And he's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
100% Irish. And he said, what does that mean? And the doctor's like, I've never seen this before. He's like, it means you're inbred.
That's right. That's so good.
It's so
Yeah,
remember
he
the-
could do it like kind of brushing up on his Irish history, but it's okay.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. I remember when he went, I think it was like the Irish Cultural Center or something in Ireland, and they said something about potatoes, and he's like, oh, tatoes, you mean?
Yeah.
And she's like, no, potatoes. He's like, tatoes, and he just kept going off.
Yeah, he's talking about the crisps.
The crisps.
Crisps.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah,
right,
they're
right.
fantastic. Potato
Oh, I
chips.
love it. Yeah.
Potato chips. The
Potato
crisps. Yeah. Potatoes are so good. Oh my God. We make like potato sandwiches, you know, have you heard of them?
No. Oh, shit.
It's just exactly what it sounds like. I put a bit of butter and cheese on mine and just put the potato chips in that sandwich.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
And
Yeah,
it's-
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I've done that.
Cheese and
Hell yeah.
onion. Cheese and onion is the famous flavor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cheese and onion
Very good.
chips. Very nice.
Yeah.
When I was in Dublin, I was surprised because I was young and like I didn't really know anything. But I ordered like the Irish coffee in the morning, and I was thinking it would be like Bailey's with coffee, which I've had many times. I'm like, and then they brought it out and it just looked black coffee. I'm like, that's weird. And I took a sip. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's just whiskey and coffee.
Yeah.
I was like, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I did. Yeah. I mean, I was in Dublin. I was like, I got to experience the real Dublin here. So But yeah, like I did, like I went to the oldest bar in the world there, and had the pint of Guinness and all that too. And
Yeah.
it was actually a really fun trip.
Did you have you compared? Like, did you notice a difference in the Guinness in Ireland versus here?
It's hard to say because I had the experience of being there, and like knowing I'm in like the oldest bar in the world and all that stuff, right? So all that probably heightened the experience.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was amazing. Like I love Guinness.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah,
I want to
no, it was
go there
great.
one day.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
I was a poser in that music video that we did.
poser. Oh, because you're
I'm
wearing the
an
Ireland shirt.
but I've never been there. I just
It's
think
all
it's cool, man. Like I've always wanted to go to that part of the world, man. Like it seems so cool. And
Yeah, well, if you go there, you can see you can see the whole country in a week or a few days if you want. You can do these tours, bring you on a bus, and you have someone telling you the history of all these places. You definitely should do it.
I saw that show Dairy Girls.
Oh yeah, I love that.
It was a funny show.
I've never seen
I
that.
didn't know a lot of what they were saying, but
Yeah,
I
you
liked
put
it.
subtitles on.
Yeah. Oh, I did.
That
Yeah, I
helps.
did.
Yeah,
But that was a good
that's
show.
the High Night Brian Kai thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's
Yeah.
them.
I love that accent as well.
Yeah.
It's a good show too because it's like based during the Troubles in Northern Ireland, but like
Right.
it kind of has this satire humor
Yeah.
of it. Like they're trying to get to school and they're rushing out the door to go to school, but there's like a bomb went off or something like
Yeah,
that.
so
It's
they're
like,
all
oh,
like,
for
"Oh,
God's
fuck."
sake,
Like,
I'll
come
be late
on.
for school.
And that's satire. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Actually,
wow.
I was just talking to Joy about this. How like the Irish, it's like very close to like the Canadian culture of like we're okay with like people making us like the butt of jokes. You know what I mean? Like Canadians
Yeah.
never really get upset, like late night shows or making jokes about Canadians and stuff like that.
True, yeah.
And the Irish are kind of like that too, right? Like no one really gets upset so much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like we just
yeah.
like that's like generally that's what Irish people do, just rip the piss out of each other.
Yeah,
You could have someone like someone told me before, like their friend wore like a leather jacket to the pub one time, and he's still known as Style. Like style, you know what I mean? Like, because he
Okay,
just
yeah, yeah.
like, oh my god, look at your man with his leather jacket. Oh, big deal! Wow.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah,
I love
it's
it.
so
I love
great.
it.
I think you're great, don't you? Like,
Good shit.
so we're always just ripping the piss out of
Think
each
you're
other.
better than me?
Yeah, but it's
like
a good
that.
way to be. It's good. Like, it's good.
Yeah,
It makes you
definitely.
kind of humble.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
You know.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
You have to be
never
able to take a
yourself-
joke.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, never take yourself too seriously. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
kinda
know,
my
you know what we shouldn't joke about though is you got some new music coming out, hopefully, right?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah. So like I have Spun Out, which has already came out.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's kind of sort of got more of a punk kind of feel to it. Punk, I call it like punk and funk. You know what I mean? Mixed together.
Yep.
But I've also got some kind of like more mellow acoustic stuff. So like,
Oh, cool.
I like to balance things out a little bit with like kind of hard rock and acoustic stuff.
Yeah.
Because like my influences are like I've got a lot of different influences, but it's mainly sort of like kind of rock generally. Guitars and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Very
So-
pretty chords you use on the acoustic.
Cheers, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one song that's sort of like got an apocalyptic vibe, but it's like kind of sounds a bit more like Tool or something like that.
Oh,
You
cool.
know,
Yeah,
like so
yeah.
that's very different than like kind of the acoustic stuff I do.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm really excited about that one.
Yeah.
It might not be the next one I put out. I'm not sure exactly which one I'm going to put. I think I might the next couple I'll put out might be kind of more acoustic ones to balance that out.
Yeah.
Because I like a good range of stuff. Like I never listen to like, like if I'm listening to Spotify, I don't listen to necessarily like 5 hard rock songs in a row. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's a bit of light and shade is good.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think that's why too me and Geordie were really loving, especially that like Moonshine and Red Wine one, like seeing your range and how versatile you are. Like you're just slaying on the guitar, and then like vocally too, right? Like I think it was Purple Lady, I was getting like early like Oasis vibes and stuff too, like
Wow,
with your
yeah.
vocal lines and stuff, right?
Your
and then
opening lick is dope.
oh yeah, oh and that too, man.
Oh yeah,
That's sick.
The fact that you're playing acoustic
Yes.
while you're doing that too, because like way back in the day when I started writing songs, I had a little Digitech effects unit, and I would plug my acoustic into that, and I would have like delay and chorus and all this shit
Your
going on.
seagull.
And that baby right there, which doesn't play
Nice.
anymore because I threw
Cool.
it too many times. I used to have anger issues. Anyway, but like I used to do that all the time, and I remember people come up like, dude, like why are you plugging in like a acoustic. So when I heard that and saw that too, I was like, oh, sick. Like, yeah, anyway.
It's got a different sound.
It does, man. It's beefy and just, I love like the clarity of it too. You can hear like the steel strings.
It's just got a sort of an aggressiveness to it when you put a distortion on it.
Yeah.
It's just not like an electric guitar.
Yeah,
like for like heavy chords and stuff like that. So, that one I mentioned, that new song with that kind of got a Tool vibe.
Yeah.
I put like heavy electric guitars on it. But like I put some distortion on the acoustic because I always, even for my rock stuff, I have an acoustic guitar kind of down low in the mix because it sounds like a percussion instrument. It's at the same kind of frequency as the cymbals and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And it's just nothing like the electric guitar. It just gives this chunk out of it.
Yeah.
There's an Australian artist you might know him called John Butler Trio. He's John Butler, but he's got a John Butler Trio.
I don't think so.
And he's like predominantly like acoustic guitar.
John Butler Trio.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and he would have been a big influence for me when I was writing like Purple Lady and stuff like that.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
and Irish musician called Ryan Sheridan too. He's like got that kind of fast right hand, dead strings with the poppy kind of notes coming out.
Yeah.
And like Purple Lady was just such a fun one. There's a Green Day influence there.
Yeah.
Chili Peppers.
Oh, yeah,
Nirvana, like all that stuff. Like that's the stuff I live off pretty much.
Yeah, that's sick, man.
Sorry to keep talking about your older stuff. It's pretty cool, right?
No, it's my new stuff that people haven't heard it before. A lot of people haven't heard it, so
so you have that 201, you have the acoustic music coming out. When we were talking earlier too, you said there was some sort of signing that happened to you as well.
Yeah, so it's very, very early days, but I've signed to like a small record label, a new record label.
Awesome. Yeah.
Called Soday Records.
Congratulations.
So thank you very much. And so we had some good chats, and we're kind of trying to just come up with a plan about how to execute things and how to move forward.
Yeah.
Because like, I have a new audience, like Canadian audience, you know what I mean? Like they have no idea who I am.
Yeah.
So you're starting fresh then. You know what I mean? You're starting fresh, but it's old stuff, new stuff. It's all stuff that most people have never heard before. So we'll see how that goes. Also, like the thing with Purple Lady and my older stuff is like, I got sick for a while when I was like 21, 22. I started having like really bad stomach issues, and I was like getting lots of like acid reflux. And I was doing gigs, everything was going great, but I was literally vomiting into my mouth, like honestly, no exaggeration, 40 to 50 times a day, puking into my mouth, and so I literally just had to stop singing for about 5 or 6 years. So I only started writing songs like back when COVID started, and I was like, kind of got my health under control. So I'm like, I'm not going to ditch all that. I don't want to ditch all that old stuff that I've done just because, it was getting a little bit of momentum, and then I got sick. So there's a big gap there,
Right. Yeah.
So good to be on the other side of it, though.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. Like I wake up at night with like my throat on fire. Like it was horrible. And I had tried everything, and I ended up finding a medication that worked for me.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And now I just try and do things, just kind of lifestyle change, because I know the surgery is like, it's scary. It's more scary than the actual illness. A lot of people don't actually recover from it.
Oh,
it makes
yeah.
it worse. So I almost got the surgery done.
Yeah.
But I decided not to at the end of the day.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I'm glad you got that under control.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, no doubt.
You have a good voice.
Yeah, man.
So.
Yeah. Love your
Cheers.
style.
You're so versatile, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I was
You
listening
can
to
sing.
that. Like when I hear like Spun Out, well, especially Purple Lady, like that's where I got like the Oasis vibes. Like there's a few times where and I'm just like, oh man, like that just brings me back to like the cigarettes and alcohol, or like the old school stuff. But then when I was listening to the Moonshine and Red Wine one too, it was kind of like Fleet Foxes. Like, do you know Fleet Foxes?
Yes,
at all?
I do. Yeah, I
like
love
just
Fleet
had this
Foxes.
mysticness to it, and like the female harmony and all. I was just like, oh, it was just trancing. So that's awesome to see just how you're just, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this, and
Yeah.
it's sick.
And those solos. For fuck's sakes.
Yeah,
Those
for
solos,
fuck's-
man.
Is that Scottish or Irish?
I
It
don't
sounded
know
kind of
what that
Scottish.
was.
For fuck's sakes.
It's a good attempt. It's a good attempt.
Good attempt.
Yeah, some of my really old stuff, I have like guitar solos like on pretty much every track, but I'm kind of not doing as much now, apart from Spun Out, which has some.
Yeah, that one. That one's.
But there is more
sick.
guitar solos to come, right? So,
yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to hear
I
some.
got a
of
few
that
juicy
Tool-
ones going.
Tool sound and stuff too, man.
Sick,
That's right up my alley.
So you're doing all of these songs like on your own still as well?
Yeah, that was kind of the plan. Like, when COVID hit and I had so much time in my hands, it was like kind of like want to do everything myself. I want to do like a Paul McCartney thing, where it's like everything is me on it.
Yeah.
Which sounds kind of like a little bit, I don't know, like narcissistic or something. But it was just like I want to improve on all these things.
Right.
You know, I want to improve like my drum playing. I want to improve like bass playing, singing, songwriting, producing, all of that stuff. So it was just kind of, you know, putting myself kind of through music school or something.
Right.
That's the idea I had of it.
Yeah.
You know, and I kind of, you know, there's an Irish artist called James Vincent McMorrow who I'm a huge fan of, and he does like pretty much everything himself.
Oh, okay.
So when I listen to his music, I kind of tell myself like, this is all him. So it's all like original to his idea.
Yeah.
And I just kind of, there's something nice about that to me.
Yeah.
Knowing that there's not just like a musician for hire who's just putting the theory onto it that like this works here or something, you know.
Yeah.
Like not that another musician wouldn't have creativity, but just, you know.
You know what you want.
I totally,
Yeah.
I totally get that. Yeah.
So you want to get the job done right, you do it yourself. No, sorry.
The nice thing about you doing that is that you actually can do that and do it well. Like for me, you know, I would want to play like electric guitar. Like I would hear a part and then I would sit there trying to learn it, but I'm not a guitarist. So then it's like, hey, well, I can kind of do this. So lots of times I would call up Geordie, like, hey, man, come over here and help me out, you know.
Geordie's got the dexterity.
He's got the chops. Yeah, he's the wizard.
I can't solo like you can. You have a skill there.
But you've got
know
a great
quite what
ear.
I do.
Like Geordie's that guy you can be like, hey, what's that song on the radio? And then Geordie will be like, oh, you mean that one I heard like once? And then he'll just sit in there and play it. And you're just like, how the fuck did you do that?
Cool.
So he's got a crazy ear for
good ears.
For things.
Go on.
Anyway, I don't know why I'm complimenting you.
Yeah,
I'm supposed to
exactly.
be complimenting.
What the hell are you doing?
God damn it.
Get back on.
We haven't even talked about the name Killian. Like, I know
pretty
that's
rad
probably
name.
a normal name in Ireland, right?
Yeah.
But that's so cool. Like, the start of your name is Kill. Like,
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking badass.
And my second name's Ruffley, so I've got that you're killing me roughly a lot. You know?
Oh.
Like,
Killing me roughly with his song.
Yeah. Shit.
okay.
That's decent.
yeah, it was very good.
Yeah.
But Ruffley isn't a popular name
Oh,
in
okay.
Ireland. It's a bit of a weird one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Original.
It's original. Yeah, there's some kind of theories about how it came out, like how it came about, but
Yeah.
I don't know like how true they are, but it was like
That's the real origin story.
yeah, like Rathley is a famous Irish name.
Okay.
And if you were to like say Rathley, like how it's spelled, Ragheli fada or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
It would sound like roughly to an English person. You know, so when they were changing things over to the English way, it would look like Raffley. So, but I don't know how true that is. It's just kind of a theory my family has about how it came about.
That's cool.
So
Either way, I think
sticking with
it's a great name to see like on an album cover, you know, like it sounds like an artist name.
Oh, nice.
So that's sick.
Cool.
Yeah. Geordie, you had a question you were going to ask. I remember out there you were like, oh, I'm going to ask him this. Remember?
James likes to do this thing where I ask dry questions.
No, Geordie likes to do this
No,
thing
no,
where he asks dry questions.
Anyways.
So wait. Let's give you more context. So usually,
So
if we're
stupid.
at this point, you know, things are going okay, right? Like we're comfortable, we're just chit chatting. Geordie will be like, "Hey, everything's going really well. I'm going to ask a really stupid question to try and just kill all the energy in the room."
I don't know when this
So-
started or why, but
I don't know
apparently
why either.
it's happened in the past.
and it's happening right now. So Geordie, so it's
I'm
going to be a
ready.
really stupid question, but go for it. We're waiting.
Well, it's not even funny though. What's your favorite castle in Ireland? Are there castles in Ireland?
Oh, that's not dry at all. That's a good one.
there's many castles.
I thought so. What's your favorite?
but I don't know like the name of them. I don't know the names of many.
What's your favorite shape of spire?
Just
that
say
you've seen?
Dublin Castle.
Yeah, no, there was one castle that I went to with my family down in Kerry. So my sister lives in Kerry, which is about like it's just right down south as you can go.
Oh, okay.
And I can't remember the name of it now. It's just like she if she's listening to this, she'd be like she'll know what it is, you know.
Yeah.
But it was like absolutely incredible, and it's
Kerry
like
Castle.
yeah, somewhere it was in Kerry, but like it's amazing to see that stuff. Like you're like how it's in the middle of like a field. Like miles and miles of field. It's like, how did they get all this stuff here?
Yeah. Right,
how did they get it there?
Yeah.
And like the engineering of it.
Yeah.
Like, when you think of like, we're building so many buildings right now, but there's like, like we know this information because it's passed down and we have technology. But I mean, like, how long does it take to build a castle?
I know, right? Yeah.
So
And
how
to
did
organize all the guys to carry all those rocks and
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
the
it's
knowledge
it's
of
amazing.
Yeah.
Sorry, it wasn't very dry, but
That's okay. That was good. That was good. I was actually nervous.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I don't know what's coming.
see, that's what I'm saying.
that
It's
was
not
good.
funny. It's not funny anymore.
It doesn't have to
Jay.
be funny, Geordie.
Okay, it puts me on the spot, and I feel like a moron. But I'm glad you were kind and you
100%.
answered it nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm open to questions. That's why I'm here.
Okay.
So
See, that's why,
Exactly.
because I don't have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's fine. Usually we're
It's
the
not what I
types
do.
too, like after someone leaves, we're like, oh, why didn't we ask that?
Yeah.
Or why didn't we say that?
no, I'm the same. Yeah.
I got one though. I was going to ask you about your tattoos, sir.
all my tattoos.
Yeah.
These old things.
Yeah. Because they look kind of cool from here.
Yeah. So I got all my tattoos honestly like within like a 2-year period.
Oh, yeah.
I know, like when I was like 19 to 21.
Yeah.
I just got that. Like most people I know, once they get their first tattoo, they just get like an addiction to it,
Yeah.
and they're planning their next one.
yeah.
And I was like living at home and stuff, so I had a bit more extra money in my pocket. I didn't really
Right.
have much things to spend it on when I was young.
Yep.
But they're mainly comic book characters like DC, Batman, and Joker. I have one here. This one is from the cover of Green Day's album Kerplunk.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
And the reason being is like it fits the kind of comic book
Right.
theme.
Yeah.
But that was
Sick.
like the first album that I really loved. That
Yeah.
I went, I think I want to try to write songs.
Sick. Yeah.
Their
just- I
drummer
just
is
love-
kick ass.
Oh my god!
I just saw like a video on him or whatever. And he's just like, he was ahead of his time for that kind of stuff, like all those fills and
Yeah,
whatnot.
that
I don't-
right hand. His right hand is just
Right
nonstop.
Yeah.
It's kind of like my right hand, too. It's just
Yeah.
nonstop. Come on, Geordie. I have to do it once.
How do I bleep that out?
We're not going to bleep that one out. That's staying in.
jeez.
That's definitely staying in.
Are you uncomfortable now?
No, not at all.
Okay.
He's Irish, man. He's Irish. Come on. Like, I've been there.
You fed me some alcohol, so
Yeah. I was there for
That's all you have
5
to do.
days, so I'm pretty sure I know Irish people. No, but actually, one of the funniest things in Ireland, we went to Wicklow. I don't know if you've ever been there.
Yeah.
Right on the ocean there. Nice little town. And we were going to stay at this hostel. And we like went up this road, and I see the hostel. Like, it's the right address. And it's like an old prison, I guess, that they've converted to a hostel. But there's like swastikas painted on the outside.
really.
Yeah, and they were like pretty decently painted, not just quick little, So I was kind of like, oh. So then we just decided, we're like, oh well, let's just walk around the town, see if we can find something else, because it's just like an old prison too, so it just looked creepy. Plus we
Yeah.
saw this graffiti. Anyway, so we're walking along, and then there's this old woman right downtown. Like, no lie, she comes up to us and she says just like this. She's like, yeah, because we have like Canadian flags like all over us and shit, backpacks, right? And she's like, what are you doing here? You're not safe here. You must leave now. And we're like, what the
Like a
fuck?
horror movie.
Like, where are we? Like, I looked up in the brochure. It said it was a nice little place.
Jeez, I never heard of that place.
Yeah.
The swastikas.
Yeah, well, like just on that one building. Like, I just saw them there on the
Jeez.
hostels, and I was like,
Was
okay.
it like graffiti or something?
Yeah,
or?
it was graffiti, but it looked like they put a little bit of time into it. Like, it wasn't
Right.
just a quick little thing. So that's
Good
why I'm like,
graffiti artist.
I'm pretty sure the owners didn't do that. But still, we're just kind of like, it's an old prison. I don't know what's going on. So we
Yeah.
just, but like, we didn't really take her that seriously. I'm like, I'm pretty sure she's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
because it's like middle of the day too. Like, it's just a nice little town.
Did she stand in the middle of the road like this?
Yeah.
No, but it was kind of creepy. Yeah, like it gave us the chills a bit, but at the same time, like afterwards, we're like, I think we're okay. But we ended up leaving. Just want to make it
Yeah.
clear. I think it's a perfectly lovely town. There was
Yeah.
just one crazy lady.
Well, Wicklow's a pretty big place. It's just below Kildare actually. And
Oh,
Dublin.
okay.
And but you have the Wicklow Mountains there.
Oh,
And,
okay, yeah,
oh
yeah.
my god, they're just absolutely stunning. Like
Cool,
Like
yeah.
when I was there a couple of Christmases ago with my girlfriend, we went around there. And have you seen the show Vikings?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, that was all shot in Wicklow Mountains.
No way.
There's
cool.
like Loch Tay and Loch Dan, I think it is.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
And like I didn't watch that show too much. I watched a few episodes of it just to kind of see what I was looking at, because I went there like and it's absolutely incredible. Like
Sick.
so
Yeah, yeah.
amazing. Like we walked for miles and miles and miles, and then it's just like this tiny little house just in the middle of nowhere. But it's right beside a river, so they would have probably used the river to get places and transport things and stuff. But it's amazing. Yeah, it's one of my favorite places.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I love about just Europe in general is all the history, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so
A lot of it's still there.
Yeah.
Europe, like, I mean, you can just travel like a few hours and you got different language, different culture, everything.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you end up traveling around Europe at all too? Like Well, like you said, Amsterdam. You went there. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to a few places in Europe. Like I've been to Amsterdam, been to Venice, like
nice.
like few places in Italy, Verona. That was actually my school trip. I went there,
cool.
and that was really cool. That was an amazing experience. There's we have like what you call transition year in Ireland, where you can like either go straight into doing your last exams for your like high school, or you can take a year out and kind of do like some projects and different things like that. And but the drinking age in Italy is 16. Oh, so like we were all like 16, and I never got in trouble.
Yeah,
I had like one beer with my meal, but a few people ended up getting like a huge bunch of drink and getting in big trouble. And they all got suspended when they got home, but that was a great trip. You have to adapt to the culture. Like from what I know, like Spain's a little bit like that too. Like they're like, you know, just like kind of like everything closes really early there and stuff. Like I know my uncle lived there for a while. And he said like, you know, whenever he'd need something done, they'd be like mañana. It's like means tomorrow.
Right.
So
yeah. No, I get you. That's I guess that's like Mexico too. Yeah.
The only phrase I know in Dutch is even wachten, which means wait a minute.
Oh, interesting.
So that's I don't know what
That's fine.
I was trying to make it apply to the situation.
It's all right, Geordie. Do you want to be included?
To be included.
If you want, I can teach a little bit of Irish if you want.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. Let's do it.
I honestly don't know too much Irish at all. I need to learn a bit more.
So is this Gaelic or is this actual?
Gaelic is kind of like sort of an umbrella term.
Okay.
You know, for
sorry,
because
ignorant.
no, not at all. Because like Wales, you have Welsh Gaelic, which is to me is absolutely nuts. Like it looks like someone got a keyboard and just started smacking it.
Yeah.
You know, like letters everywhere, and you have Scottish Gaelic and like a few others as well. And the Scottish Gaelic has actually a lot of similarities, a lot of similar words and stuff. Yeah. So we call it Gaelga. Gaelga is the Irish language. So you could say, if you want to say how are you can say Cunasatatu.
Cunasatatu.
Perfect.
Cunasatatu.
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 And you say Tomegama.
Tomegama.
It's like I'm good.
Tomegama.
And you say August Tussa.
That's cool.
Yeah, you say Geordie is Anam Dum.
I would say that.
Yeah, Geordie
is sounding dumb.
No,
That's
it's
what I heard.
Anam Dum.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I'm just joking.
Geordie is sounding dumb.
Yeah, that just means I am, or that's my name. That's my
Sen
name.
and
Geordie's
Dum.
my name.
Sen and Dum.
Is Anam Dum. Yeah.
Anam Dum.
Killian is you.
Yeah.
So how would I?
How would you say you're Killian?
No. I don't know what.
How many beers are we into right
Or
now?
that wheat ale? I don't know. Is it wheat ale or a wheat ale? I don't know.
What about like a good like Irish slang? 'Cause there's so much Irish slang, right? Like
Slang, jeez.
yeah.
Well, one of my favorite things is like, it's just like we say like grand, you know, like you know, in other cultures, like grand means it's amazing, it's spectacular, it's big, you know what I mean? But like grand in Ireland means chill, you know. It's grand.
Oh,
I'm grand. It's gonna be grand. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just, you know,
That's cool.
so like I'm drawing a blank now of all the other,
that's-
all the
that's,
other
good.
things.
That's a good one.
I like that one. Yeah. That's
But yeah, you say that more often, like grand.
I'm feeling pretty grand right now.
Yeah, that's the kind of the attitude like a lot of Irish people have. It's just like, it'll be grand.
Yeah.
How are we going to fix this thing? It'll be grand. It'll be grand.
Don't worry about it. Forget
It'll
about
all
it.
work out.
Okay.
So, do you have any plans to like say go back? Like say, you know, like now that you're signed to, like if you start having some success here, you planning to try and do that back home too?
Well, that's one thing that I was talking to the label founder about, was that, you know, I have like my Canadian PR now, and I also have an Irish passport.
Yeah.
So like I can just pretty much full access to Europe.
Cool.
So,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. Like, you know, I'm not fully sure how things work in the UK now, you know, because they're not in Europe anymore, but I'm sure it's not that big of a deal. I think the Irish passport's pretty well accepted everywhere in Europe, you know.
I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a big tour or anything? I know you did Chicago with the Jeff Buckley
yes.
thing. That was dope.
Yeah.
You're really
sick.
No major tours or anything like that. But yeah, the Jeff Buckley gig was so cool. Like, I mean, I've just been a huge fan of Jeff Buckley since I was like 11 or 12. You know, he kind of changed my kind of outlook on songwriting. You know, he was almost like the fine wine or something.
Yeah.
You know, I was drinking beer.
It's a little
and he's like
unconventional.
sophisticated. You know,
Yeah,
totally.
Well, that voice, man, just
there's nothing like it. It's just nothing like his voice, man. Like, but yeah, every year in Chicago they do a Jeff Buckley tribute show, and it's in some place where it's in Uncommon Ground. It's called, and he played there like just before Grace was released. The album was released.
Oh, cool.
And in Chicago, it was like show of the year. Some guy called it like it was the show of the year.
Yeah.
And it was just him with his guitar, and it's kind of a historic gig for him and for that venue in that area. So every year they have like a bunch of musicians to come together and like do a tribute to him and sing a couple of his songs.
Yeah.
So I literally just recorded a cover of one of his songs, "Lover You Should Have Come Over," and I seen that he had an Instagram page. And I was like, I wonder if anything actually goes on the Instagram page, because he's obviously hasn't been around for a long time. But like 2 days later, they posted, "We are now accepting applications for this gig." And I was like, I'll just send the video in. And I swear to God, I was like, there's no way I'm going to get picked. There's no way. And they got back to me and said they wanted me to play it.
That's
so
awesome.
I flew down there, and it was just absolutely just such a great experience. Like 'cause all the other musicians there were just such high caliber.
Right. Yeah.
You know, just to be around those musicians and be involved at all was amazing. And then you have people, you know, who goes to a Jeff Buckley tribute gig? Right. Only people that are like obsessed with him, love him. And his sometimes his mother would go there. Jeff Buckley's mother, Mary, would go to it, but she wasn't there that year. But they were apparently watching it. Him and his cousin were watching it through a live stream. Yeah. So there's 2 nights, and the first night I was so nervous, and the second night I was a little bit more comfortable. Until like we were told that she would be watching it. So I was like, I'm singing her son's songs, like, oh my God, like
that's so cool.
But again, it was just a learning thing. It was like kind of, if I can just squeeze through that, you know, just make it through that, you know, it'll benefit me somehow. Definitely. So I just practiced every single day. I played Last Goodbye and Lover You Should Have Come Over. Yeah. So that was a real
beautiful versions, by the way.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love Jeff Buckley. That's so cool. That is it Corpus Christi or something off that?
Yeah, the operatic one.
Oh man, when I heard that, I was
unreal.
like, what?
Hallelujah is my obviously.
Yeah.
That was the one I tried to learn on guitar too and everything, like obviously, and then
when he holds that note, man.
It's so perfect. The guitar mixed with his voice.
It's the most soothing. Yeah, it's like the most, like when I hear a different version of that, like I know it's not his song, but when I hear anyone else doing that song, including Leonard Cohen, I'm just like, no, give me Buckley, man.
Oh, he doesn't sing it though.
I know, but I'm just making reference that it's his song and that I'm aware that it's Leonard Cohen's song.
He's like the Bob Dylan of that. So I don't know what I'm trying to say.
No, I get what you mean, because he writes absolutely amazing songs.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's nice hearing somebody else sing them.
Totally.
You know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I didn't mean any offense to you either. Or any other musician in the world who's ever covered a song.
How dare you, Geordie?
Or written a song.
But Buckley's the antithesis of the
antithesis.
Yeah,
like you know, like he just inspired everybody. You can't I don't know.
Red leather, yellow leather.
Yeah, red leather, yellow leather. Unique New York.
Unique New York.
I like it.
Yeah,
very cool. Awesome, man. Well, I'd say we could probably head into the studio if you'd like to play a song for us.
100%. I'd love to.
Sick, man. Well, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here. It means a lot to us.
Thank you.
And congrats again on the record label signing. Definitely
you.
looking forward to your new releases when they come out and whatever else you have in store for us. So,
cheers. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah,
this was fun.
Man. Definitely come back.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Species foreign from here, drop down from the sky to seize your mind. I don't even miss the sex, rolling around in her own mess. She waits till she takes off her dress to say, I will never love you less. Ow. Purple, purple, purple lady. Purple, purple. Entice your love just like an angel from above. Learn to take a whip against your back. She smashes glass and pieces crash upon the floor. Well, he drops to his knees and screams for more. She scored again once more. She's breaking necks with her complex. I don't even miss the sex, rolling around in her own mess. She waits till she takes off her dress to say, I will never love you less. How? Purple, purple, purple lady. Purple, purple. Breaking necks with her complex. I don't even miss the sex, rolling around in her own mess. She waits till she takes off her dress to say, I will never love you less. Oh, purple, purple, purple lady. Ow. Purple, purple. Ow. Ow. Ow.
The Poets Garden podcast is produced and recorded by me, James Donnelly, at the Poets Garden Studio in Mission, BC. You can subscribe and rate us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and almost everywhere else. You can also find us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. To avoid potential legal action, the Poets Garden podcast is not sponsored by the Penny Coffee Shop yet. So next time you're in Mission, stop by the Penny for a coffee or a gluten-free brownie and say you heard about them on the Poets Garden podcast. Thank you for listening.